right, I'm here at Learning Solutions with some expert conference goers, and so I'm asking people a couple of tips. Rosa, you've been to dozens of conferences, right?
Dozens.
Okay.
I've lost count.
Okay.
I am a conference junkie.
Perfect. What's your tip to people who are new to conferences? Your super secret, no one ever would think of, but people got to know.
So if you are new to conferences, definitely go on the website, check out the sessions, and then I like to research the speakers as well as the
nice.
sessions, right? And then I make a plan, and I have like my day planned out, what sessions I want to attend, backup sessions, so that in case I go into one and it turns out to be salesy and not what I thought, I have an exit plan and I go to, the second or third thing on my list.
I love that. So you've got like backups. You go, this is one, and then I could sneak out of the room and go to that.
And right. And sometimes what you wanted also is very full. So, and it's like, no one else, there's already people standing. So you need a backup anyway, right? So that if the one you wanted was so popular that everyone's in there. So now what do I do?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, and yet another from the Learning Solutions Conference, just asking people with tons of experience. Joni is another person, and you've done not just Learning Solutions, but also we were talking about PodFest and all kinds of different ones. So what's your one tip for conference goers to get the most out of it?
I really think you need to say hello to everybody. I think you need to network, and that means no matter which session that you choose to go into, go up and introduce yourself to the presenter. Get to know them a little bit, make a connection, because they're going to be connected to a lot of people that you might be able to be influenced by as well.
I love that.
Having those little conversations here or there, and then you go to the next conference, and then there again, you say hello, you make connections that way. I've been doing these conferences now for only a year, but I tell you, I've met so many influencers in learning and development, and that's how I was able to get to PodFest.
Okay.
I found out about the conference. I love podcasting, and so I volunteered for that conference as well. And again, now I have a whole new network of people that I can connect with.
Okay, perfect. And that fits right with what Rosa was talking about researching the people, because then you've got something to say to them when you go to talk to them after.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Make that personal connection and then follow up. So if you do introduce yourself to somebody, make sure that you reach back out to them on LinkedIn later on and say, hello, thanks for chatting with me a little while. I look forward to seeing you at the next conference or on LinkedIn.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. I've got another person from a whole list of amazing conferences. Christina's both coordinated volunteers for conferences as well as attended. What you've been to many. So Learning Solutions and ATD and what else?
And then also learning, which happens in the fall.
Okay. So dozens of conferences. What is your one tip for people who are going to conferences to get the most out of it?
So I would say for me, what's most important is really putting myself out there for networking because that's where I can learn so much. So really connecting with individuals, understanding not only what it is that they do, but also what they know. That's
I love
how I
that.
make the most out of the conference.
Okay, so it's what they know that you're trying to get, not just what they said at the conference, but like what are things they can use to connect and stay connected.
Absolutely. What were the insights that they've had, like the sparks that have flown for them?
Okay.
Because that will help me consider how I might be able to apply that for myself and my world as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We saw some great stuff going through the Learning Solutions Conference, and I'm hoping that it helped tie in, kind of the pure value of the information that we were talking about in the conversation with Matt earlier. And this is actually at a conference, and kind of the same themes are coming through, right? From Rosa, we have prepare. Not just the topic that you might want to see or those couple things that you want to focus on, like Matt's conversation, but also getting to know the people before you go to see them, knowing more about them. Joni followed through with the importance of the networking component, but also that idea of research. Get to know the things that you might want to ask them or more about them than just their topic so that you can carry on deeper conversations, which might lead to other opportunities in other areas, right? Because for her, it led to a whole other conference set and new things that she wanted to do. Christina talked about the how of that networking, and the importance of kind of diving deeper than, yes, you're presenting on this, but get to find something about them, or even maybe people that aren't speaking at the conference, but other people that you're networking with, finding that spark, that common thread that is interest that would allow both of you to follow up with other things, other collaboration, other projects, other networking. Now, in the next session, what I want to do is talk about some of the tools I use to do that when I'm going to conferences, whether I'm speaking or volunteering or attending, or and I'm going to demo one of those. It's fairly easy that you can either use the copy that I'll share or build your own in an open Google Doc. And then I'm hoping to get the time to do one more session, and that'll be a fantastic one because we'll talk about volunteering. And I'm hoping to have Sabrina Deschel and Rosa and Mr. Ben Forrest talking about both perspectives of people who run volunteers at conferences, and for Ben and myself, some of the things we've done to kind of step up, to get more engaged and more involved out of a conference. So I hope these are useful, and I hope that as we go through them, you'll continue to give us feedback and bring more things in. And maybe in comments to this or the LinkedIn or any of the other posts, add your additional tips for what you can get out of a conference and how to make the most out of these experiences. Thanks.